Drunken fool over here in Porterville. What's that noise? Sure did get a lot of snow. So these actually Gail skid steer. They actually come with a Ford motor. They also put them diesels in them in the 4-cylinder Wisconsin. So I decided I was looking for a skid steer on the Porterville budget. And of course it needs to work. The wrecker just dropped it off. I just ordered a manual for it. Tires are pretty bald. This tire is scoring. The wheel seal or something is leaking in here. I've been on the computer looking for parts. It just got here about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, it's supposed to be the same as the Pinto engine. I said the motor smokes pretty bad. I know it needs a tune-up. So Gail, how do they pronounce it? It's 4400. That must be the gas tank. That's the gas pedal, one of them. And that knob there too. I got the tow cap lead on. Whoops. Yeah, it definitely needs a tune-up. Let's see. Now I paid, I'll tell you how I got it. I put an ad in the paper looking for forklift in need of repair. Fasten seatbelt. And cost me under 20 bucks to put an ad in the paper. So I run it for 2 weeks. I've also put ads on the computer that I was looking for forklift in need of repair. Anyway, I went and looked at it, and we haggled around a little bit on the price, and I offered him $500 for it, and he was actually going to scrap this, which I save a lot of stuff in the scrapyard. But I said, I don't want to insult you, but I'd give you $500, and he said $800 without the battery, and I said $750. So we agreed on $750. And I paid him, told him I'd get somebody to pick it up. He gave me a service manual, comes with it, not a repair manual, but tells you where the controls, what they do and everything. And I come home and called the guy that just towed it here, and it cost me $200 to get it towed. But you're not supposed to move these without the wheels. There's a couple of valves you can loosen so you don't tear up the pump or anything, but with it running, so he's going to bring a battery over there. And actually the guy was talked to the guy that owned it, and he's asking about, do you want to just leave the battery in it? What would you take for it? Because it's supposed to be a new battery. And so he said $50, and I said, that sounds like a plan. Because if I go buy one, it's going to cost me more than that, and I got to give them a cord, and, you know, batteries, you can always scrap them and get a few bucks out of it. So anyway, I got 800 into this, 200 for towing it home. So I got 1,000 into it. And the manual is going to be, that's catchy gas, but you got two of them. But the manual was, I think, $40 that I ordered. And we've been kind of already pricing parts. I don't want to get it up here by the garage. There's oil pouring around that wheel, and I think it's just, actually I think it's just a wheel bearing seal, and maybe a bad bearing. I don't know. I haven't really checked it that far. Now the hydraulic ain't going to lift the bucket because it's low on hydraulic. I think that's because of the leak, but I'm not sure. It's about as simple as they get. So what I thought I'd do is I'd fix this one up. It doesn't have the quick connect. I might convert it. And it doesn't have the external hydraulics, which I know you can add them on it. Figure out the bugs in it. And I've got a couple more that I'm looking at. So I'm basically going to see what I can do with this and upgrade. Or keep this one. It's supposed to lift about 1,200 pounds. Oh, that exhaust, I was just trying to warm my hands up because it's nippy out here. But yeah, there ain't a whole lot to it. Probably could use a filter and a tune-up. Old Ford, a lot of Ford parts. It was the old Ford solenoid. I see just a little wobble in that water pump. So that's probably going to need a new one eventually. Real nice guy that owned it. It was always been kept inside. He had it for 25 years. And he said he didn't want to work on it after that. It had the wire mesh cage all the way through here. And he cut it out so he could work on it. But I can get the bugs out maybe and put that back in there. Actually, I think I could double my money on it right now. That's what it's all about over here in Porterville. But I've been checking out the price of skid steers and I haven't found anything cheap. They got these things that, I don't know if they're in a factory, but somebody's put them around there so if you hit a piece of metal it don't bust your valve stem. Anyway, thought I'd do a quick video. Got the model number and everything on it. Gail 4400. They make them smaller than this, they make them bigger than this. But that's Porterville budget, $800 for it. Thanks for stopping by. Go find a project. Better than a, I don't know, better than a loan from the bank, I guess.